Picture this. You're Drake Maye, stepping into your second season as the Patriots quarterback. After a rookie year that was, a bit of a roller coaster, going from backup to starter mid-season and ending with a 3-9 record. Now you've got a whole new coaching staff to work with. Talk about pressure. But before we get too deep into this New England shakeup, make sure to hit that subscribe button and give this video a like. It really helps us out. So let's start with the big change at the top. Mike Vrabel. He's back in New England after a pretty impressive run with the Tennessee Titans. A Coach of the Year award playoff appearances. He definitely knows how to win.
Yeah, Vrabel's got a reputation for building tough defenses. That's his bread and butter. He turned the Titans defense into a real force, and I'd expect him to bring that same intensity to New England.
That's a really interesting point. It could mean a shift in philosophy for the Patriots. We might see them leaning more on their defense this season. Now let's talk about the other big name on the coaching staff, Josh McDaniels, the new offensive coordinator. And guess what? He's also making a return to the Patriots after his time working with, Tom Brady. His offensive system is known for being pretty complex and adaptable.
Oh yeah. McDaniels is all about making adjustments on the fly, reading the defense and finding those mismatches. He's got a deep playbook, and he's not afraid to get creative with his play calling, which could be really exciting for Maye. But it also means Maye will have to step up his game when it comes to reading defenses and making decisions under pressure.
That's definitely something to watch. Maye showed flashes of brilliance last season, but he also had some typical rookie struggles, interceptions, questionable decisions. So how do you think McDaniels' system is going to impact his development?
Well, McDaniels has a bit of a reputation as a quarterback whisperer. He's got a knack for taking his system and tailoring it to the strengths of his quarterbacks. He did it with Brady, obviously, but he's also had success with other guys like Matt Castle and Derek Carr. The real question is how quickly Maye can pick up the nuances of the system and how well McDaniels can adapt it to Maye's strengths and weaknesses.
It's going to be a fascinating dynamic to watch.
Yep.
Maye's got the physical tools, the arm talent, and the athleticism. But his decision-making and consistency are going to be absolutely crucial under McDaniel.
And we can't forget about the relationship between Vrabel and McDaniels. Both are strong personalities with their own coaching philosophies. Their ability to work together to create a unified vision for the team is going to be a big factor.
That's a great point. It's not just about Maye adapting to the coaches. It's about the coaches finding that synergy and working together effectively. There might be some bumps in the road as they figure out their dynamic.
And then there's the AFC East. It's a jungle out there. One of the toughest divisions in the league with young, talented quarterbacks leading every team. The Bills, the Dolphins, the Jets, they're all going to be tough opponents.
You're absolutely right. This isn't the AFC East of 10 years ago where the Patriots were the undisputed kings. The competition is fierce, and the Patriots have a real uphill battle if they want to make it back to the playoffs.
It's a new era in New England. They're not the powerhouse they used to be, but they've got a young quarterback with potential, a new coaching staff with a proven track record. The big question is, can they put it all together and compete in this loaded AFC?
This season is going to be a must-watch. It's a team in transition with a lot of question marks. But one thing's for sure, it's going to be anything but boring.
It's going to be a tough road for the Patriots, no doubt about it, especially when you look at the talent in their division. Take the Bills, for example. Josh Allen is just a monster out there. He's got a cannon for an arm and can make plays happen when things break down. Their offense is explosive, and their defense is no joke either.
You're not kidding. The Bills are the team to beat in the AFC East. They've been a real pain in the side for the Patriots for the past few seasons. And then you've got Tua Tagovailoa down in Miami. With Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle, they've got some serious firepower on offense.
And don't sleep on the Jets. They've got Zach Wilson, still young, but showing improvement. They're a team on the rise, and they're hungry. The Patriots can't take any of these teams lightly.
The AFC East is going to be a dogfight every single week. But let's bring it back to the Patriots. How do they stack up against this tough competition? What are some areas where they need to improve if they want to be competitive?
Well, on offense, they've got to find a way to be more consistent. Last season, they struggled to put points on the board. They were too predictable. McDaniels needs to figure out how to unlock Maye's potential and design an offense that can keep pace with the high-scoring teams in the division.
Makes sense. They can't just rely on that old-school Patriots style of grinding it out and winning with defense. They're going to have to score points to keep up with teams like the Bills and Dolphins. What about on the defensive side? What are some key areas for improvement there?
Vrabel's going to bring a new attitude to that defense. Toughness, physicality, stopping the run, that's his mantra. It's going to be a big change for the Patriots, who've been more of a finesse defense in recent years. They're going to need to be more aggressive, create more chaos, force more turnovers.
It's interesting. The Patriots have always been known for that disciplined, fundamentally sound defense. But under Vrabel, they might need to embrace a more in-your-face style to compete.
Yeah, they can't just sit back and wait. They've got to dictate the tempo, get after the quarterback, force the other team into making mistakes, especially against guys like Allen and Tagovailoa, who can make you pay if you give them time to work.
Sounds like the Patriots are going to have to find a way to blend their old-school strengths with a more modern approach.
Exactly. It's about evolution, but without losing their identity. That's the challenge for Vrabel and McDaniels, finding that balance.
We've talked about the challenges, the tough competition, the areas they need to improve. But let's not forget, this is still a team with a lot of potential. They've got a young quarterback with a high ceiling, a head coach with a winning pedigree, an offensive coordinator who's known for his creativity and his ability to get the most out of his quarterbacks.
Absolutely. There's reason for optimism. If Maye can take a step forward under McDaniels, and if the defense buys into Vrabel's system, the Patriots could surprise some people.
They might not be the favorites in the AFC East, but they're definitely a team to keep an eye on. Before we move on, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit that like button if you're enjoying this deep dive into the New England Patriots.
We appreciate your support.
So let's circle back to Maye for a minute. We've talked about the challenges he's facing, but what are some things he can really focus on to take his game to the next level this season?
For me, the biggest thing is decision making. He's got all the physical tools, but he needs to be more consistent with his reads and his throws. He's got to learn to anticipate pressure and avoid forcing the ball into coverage. McDaniels can definitely help him with that.
McDaniels' system is all about reading the defense and making adjustments. So Maye is going to have to be a quick study. Do you think his athleticism will be an asset in this system?
Oh, absolutely. Maye's ability to extend plays with his legs is going to be huge. McDaniels loves to use bootlegs and rollouts to get his quarterbacks on the move, and Maye's mobility will make him dangerous in those situations. He can buy time to find a receiver or pick up yards with his legs.
That could be a real game changer for the Patriots. Maye making plays outside the pocket, that'll keep defenses guessing and open things up downfield. But of course, he can't just rely on his athleticism.
Right. He needs to develop that pocket presence,
Yeah.
that ability to feel the pressure and make quick decisions. That's where his growth as a passer is key. Making the right reads, delivering the ball accurately, avoiding turnovers.
It sounds as Maye has his work cut out for him, but he's also got a ton of potential. And with McDaniels guiding him, it'll be fun to see how he develops.
McDaniels has a history of getting the best out of his quarterbacks, and I think he sees something special in Maye. This could be a really successful partnership.
It's a situation worth watching.
Yeah.
For sure. Maye's development is going to be one of the most interesting storylines of the season, not just for the Patriots, but for the entire AFC East. So we've talked about how Maye's skill set might fit into McDaniels' offense, but you mentioned earlier that McDaniels' system is pretty complex. What makes it so challenging for a young quarterback?
Well, it's all about those pre-snap reads and adjustments. The quarterback's got to be able to read the defense, figure out the coverage, and adjust the play at the line of scrimmage. It takes a deep understanding of the Patriots' playbook, but also the tendencies of the opposing defenses. It's like a chess match before the ball's even snapped.
So it's not just about knowing the plays, it's about processing all that information in real time and making the right decision.
That's exactly it. And that's why it can be so tough for young quarterbacks. They just haven't had the experience yet to process all of that and make those split-second decisions. It's a lot to handle, especially for a guy as young as Maye.
But you said that McDaniels is known for adapting his system to his quarterback's strengths. So do you think he'll ease Maye into it, or is he going to throw him right into the fire?
I think it'll be a gradual process. McDaniels is patient. He's a good teacher. He's not going to overload Maye right from the start. He'll start with the basics, build a strong foundation, and then gradually expand the playbook as Maye gains confidence.
It's like building a house. You got to have that solid foundation before you start adding all the bells and whistles.
Exactly. And I don't think McDaniel sees Maye's potential. He's not going to try to turn him into something he's not. He'll work with his strengths, refine his technique, and help him develop the mental side of the game.
This is a new chapter for the Patriots, a team that's been so successful for so long.
Yeah.
What do you think is the biggest challenge for them as they try to rebuild and get back to the top?
I think the biggest challenge is finding their new identity. They're not the Tom Brady Patriots anymore. They've got a new coach, a new offense, a young quarterback. They need to figure out who they are, what they're good at, and how they're going to win in this new era.
It's not just about replacing the players. It's about building a new team with its own chemistry and its own way of doing things.
That's right. And that takes time. It takes patience. It takes hard work. There will be bumps along the way, mistakes, setbacks. But if they trust the process and keep working, they've got the potential to build something special.
It's definitely an exciting time to be a Patriots fan. Lots of potential, lots of questions. We'll be keeping a close eye on them to see how it all plays out. Before we wrap things up, be sure to subscribe to the channel and give this video a like if you enjoyed our breakdown of the New England Patriots.
And let us know in the comments what you think about the Patriots' chances this season. We'd love to hear from you.
Thanks for joining us. Until next time, keep exploring, keep learning, and keep those great comments coming.